You got a cigarette? I forgot mine.
Sure, I got a couple.
Alright, this is gonna be a long fucking story, but I'm gonna do it from the beginning to the end. It all started in Blackwater. I was talking to a friend of mine named Blaze. This group rode in. They seemed to know Blaze. They walked up to the two of us and they started talking to Blaze. And they started talking to me. They introduced themselves as Ernie, Jinx, Opie, and Miriam. They started introducing themselves as the 69th Regiment of the Battalion of Thieves, some stupid fucking name that had my nose twitching. So I then started questioning them of who they were. They said they were living in Thieves Landing. I said, "Are you from the east or the west? Where are you guys from?" They said, we're not from either of those places." I said, "So you're not Westerners, but you're living in Thieves Landing?" And I was just questioning them to get to know who they were because of this stupid ass fucking name. And this Ernie fella didn't take too kindly to my tone, I suppose. He then started saying that the West was dead, that they're the only people in Thieves keeping running things, and the West is dead. And I reminded him of the Barlettis of the East because I'm sad and mopey. He was trying to call me a fucking Easterner, this guy. You know how people talk to you when they know they have you outnumbered and they just talk to you a certain way. You know what I mean, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what this
Hey, I know what you mean.
that's what this guy was doing. He was trying to get up my goat, and I was getting up his goat too. Uh, so it starts on that, and then yeah, he talks shit on the barbarians. Uh, then he also calls Barton an asshole. And Barton, I've known a long time. I didn't take too kindly to that, and I looked at the guy, and at this point, I was just fucking done with him. I wanted him out of my face. I just didn't give a fuck. So I just said to him, say that Barton's an asshole again, but this time get all your friends to walk away and say it to my face, just you and me. Because the way he was talking, he was trying to fucking intimidate me, knowing he had me outnumbered. So I said, why don't you send your friends away and call Barton an asshole again in front of me? And then he said, guns, knives, or fists. That's what he immediately responded with. And at this point, he'd insulted my gang, he'd insulted the West, he'd insulted a friend of mine. I said, guns. And he said, all right, well, where do you want to meet? I said, I'll meet you in Thieves Landing. Let's settle it there. And I said, I hope Barton's in Thieves Landing so I can drop your body at his feet. And then he said, I'll bring someone with me and shoot that piece of shit in the head too. So at this point, I didn't really give a fuck what happened to him. In my head, I had all the reason to shoot him. So I go to Thieves, I wait for him to arrive. His group arrive. They set up by the water tower overlooking Thieves. You know the one I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know the one.
They set up on the water tower overlooking Thieves, and me and Ernie, the leader, was down there. We picked our guns and we picked our sides. The shootout began. He fought well. Shootout went for a while, but I shot him down. And then I picked him up and I dumped his body at his friend's feet. I said, welcome to Thieves Landing, and I rode out. And part of me thought that was that. We didn't like each other, we had a grievance, and we aired it out with our guns. It's how we solve things in the West anyway. I figured that could have been it. The next day comes and I do my due diligence, I suppose, and I start asking questions about this gang and wondering if they're going to seek retribution in place of Ernie. ask a few questions. A California kid, just a few things. And maybe a day or two passes. I'm with Reno, I'm with Judith, I'm with Amanda, I'm with Dahlia. Cook and Winnie were laying low at this point. Hadn't seen them in a few days. We ride into Valentine and I get a telegram from a California kid who tells me that Ernie has declared war on the barbarians. And I kid you not, about 10 seconds after I receive this telegram, guess who walks into the telegram office?
Muppet number 1, 2, and 3.
Muppet number 1 to start. So Ernie walks in. I don't recognize him at first, but Reno does. But by the time I turn around, Ernie ran out the back door and hid in a bush somewhere. So I thought, all right, whatever. Then Muppet number 2 and 3 arrive on a wagon into Valentine a couple of seconds later. We go and talk to them. No guns pulled or nothing, but then Ernie comes back down from the bush and joins the conversation as if he'd never run away in the first place. So I say to the three of them, Ernie, Jinx, and Opie, let's have a talk outside of Valentine, just to talk. They agree. While we're riding there, I tell Amanda things might get dicey. Maybe it's best if you don't come to this. Reno tries to tell her the same thing, but she says, no, I want to be there to support you guys. And I didn't want to deny her the right to support us if she wanted, so we let her attend the meeting. We go to a camp near Valentine. It's me, Dahlia, Reno, Judith, and Amanda, and then there's Opie, Ernie, and Jinx. I straight up ask Ernie, is this done? Ernie's very straightforward with me. He says, it's done for now, but he makes it clear that they're going to be coming after us. Now, I'd just shot Ernie maybe a day or two ago. They was still injured. And I made a promise that it was just going to be a talk and I don't break my word. And I was also taught very, very early on that if someone's already been shot, I tend not to double dip. I told them I don't beat wounded dogs. I then told them, you can leave, get the fuck out of here, I'm giving you a chance. They didn't really like that none too much, but they did what I said and they left. And the next day comes, and this I wasn't there for, but this is what I found out. Ernie, Jinx, and Opie found Amanda at Rig Station alone. Not Opie, it was just Ernie and Jinx. They find her at a Rig Station alone, they pick her up, they take her to the piss shack and they kill her. We go to collect a body from Strawberry, but Cook when he weren't around, so we wait. We agree that we're not going to do anything until Cook and Winnie are back. That day comes, they come back. I go to meet them. And from the very first words that were spoken, the way they were looking at me, the way everything was, I could tell something was off. Then immediately Winnie starts, you shouldn't have let her attend the meeting, you should have pistol whipped her, you should have tied her up, you should have done this, you should have done that. Laying into me. Highly emotional, of course. and I say I didn't want to rob her of the right to come with us, and Reno said I tried to stop her. We told her not to come, but she wanted to be there, and trying to tell Amanda not to do something is like telling a fucking bird not to fly. I tried to tell her that. The cook was silent at first. He stayed silent for most of it. Inevitably, we agree that we're gonna go and find Ernie, because by the time I'd woken up, they'd already dealt with Opie and Jinx and shot them down maybe 20 minutes before I woke up. So we ride out. Ernie is found. He's taken to the same piss shack that Amanda was shot at. I walk in, and then Winnie looks at me and immediately says, "Don't you dare do anything, Dazza. This is your one warning." And I raise my brow at that, but I proceed to let Cook and Reno do what they need to do. Ernie's there acting nonchalant, like he doesn't care about what he did, but I think he was just trying to put on a brave face. Anywho, it ended in Reno and Cook fanning Ernie down and killing him in the shack. We left the shack and I said, let's meet at Fort Mercer, because I had questions for Winnie. All of us met at Fort Mercer, all of the barbarians except for Lane. It was me, Gabe, Judge, Cook, Reno, Winnie, Dahlia. All barbarians except for Lane, I'd say. So I asked Winnie, I said, what was that all about? Are we giving each other warnings now? Well, what is this all about? What was that about back at the shack? She said, oh, it's just a friendly warning. I said, so what would you have done had I done something to Ernie? She said, oh, I would have beaten the shit out of you. And I go, right. And then Cook pipes up and he says, I leave you to deal with Oscar, my brother loses an eye. I leave you to deal with these people, and my sister gets killed. He blames it on me, which I know he was deep down. I could sense it from him and Winnie. They were both blaming me. And I said, Cook, at least I was here while you were away. At least I was present. At least I was fighting. At least I was trying. It ain't all on me. And Gabe and Dahlia were sticking up for me. Reno and Judith seemed a bit on the fence, saying a thing or two here and there. But Cook gets in my face. And then Winnie was just kept harping on about the meeting. You should have tied her up. You should have pistol whipped her. You should have done this. You should have done that. And I said, you know what, Winnie? You know what? You're one to talk about getting people killed. I wonder what Whitefeather would say if he was here. Go fuck yourself. And I turned my back on them and I walked out of the fort. A short ways out of the fort. And I needed to breathe. There was an argument and I thought, we'll sleep it off and we'll talk tomorrow. We'll cool off. So I walk out of the Fort Mercer and I go up on the hill and I'm overlooking the water there. And I'm just trying to calm myself and maybe get some rest for the night. But I don't think anything could have prepared me for what happened next, Cheddar. Because what happened next was the man I called brother, waiting till I was alone, following me up that hill and pointing a gun at the back of my head. I heard the hammer click and I turned around to see Cook with the barrel of his gun in my face. And I said to him, brother, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? What are you doing? And he says, she's dead, Dazza. She's dead. And then I say, after everything I've done for you, the years we've ridden together, how could you do this to me? How could you pull a gun on me? How could you do this? If you're pulling a gun on me, if you're going to shoot me, then Winnie should have been shot 5 times already. You overlook everything she's done, but you point a gun at me. He goes, He says to me, first Reno, now Amanda, that's two of my blood, Dazza. And that's the moment I realized, Cheddar. You see, all this time I thought I was worth as much to Cook as his blood. I thought I was Cook's blood, but as it turns out, Cook is all about Cook's blood and Winnie, and everything else is secondary, including me. I realized my worth in that moment, and at that moment I was disposable to him. So he says to me first, Reno, now Amanda, that's two of my blood. And at some point in that conversation, Reno had appeared and Dahlia was there on my side. I didn't really know they were there at first, but they were in my peripherals. I say, Cook, that's two of your blood. Now it's going to be three. And I pulled out my gun and I fanned him down. Reno wasted no time shooting me. Dahlia pulled to defend me and got shot too. And I found out when I woke up that when I was half dead in the medical office, Winnie tried to pick me up and throw me off a cliff. But Alice stopped her. And now here I am. And now you know.
Hell. Sounds like the bastards all over again to me. At least from where I'm standing.
How's that? What happened there?
Gives me the same feeling. Folks, I'm turning on each other.
I was nothing but loyal. Nothing but loyal. And I'm repaid by a gun to the back of my head, and no brother of mine should ever put a gun to the back of my head. I mean, you saw how me and Zip fought, fist fought all the time, but never once did he point a gun at me. And I was raised to believe that you don't pull a gun on a brother, ever. And if you pull a gun on someone, you best be damn sure to use it, because there was a moment there where Cook hesitated, he lowered his gun. He hesitated. And if you're hesitating when you have a gun pointed at someone, then maybe you know what you're doing is fucking wrong.
Oh, where did we go wrong, Paxton? Where did we go wrong? I figured we taught them boys better.
I felt so fucking tossed aside, Cheddar. I felt like nothing. I thought I was worth more to him. Why?
Garrett, for a long time, I saw a lot of similarities between him and Jack. Very, very emotional people, them two. Especially when it comes to their own. And his family, who he is, Garrett was always very guarded about that. That's why he always goes by Cook. That's why anybody who calls him Garrett, if it ain't me, if it ain't Alice, if it ain't Mills, he's gonna cut their tongue out. And I knew, well, I always had a feeling that that was a line he'd never cross. That was a door he'd never open to anybody. It's hard to explain,
I I
but I
gave
am both surprised and not surprised.
I gave him everything a man could give. I shot Cucamonga Kid for Winnie. I bled, I shot, I suffered in the name of the barbarians and the people I called brothers and sisters. But that's the thing, Cheddar, that's what I've realized. You see, I wasn't in a good place after the Quills died. And when Cook took me in, he gave me hope. He gave me hope that maybe there was someone out there that didn't just see me as some broken toy, some psychopath, deranged, mad dog to be tossed aside. I thought he saw me for my worth, and I had hope. But what I realized was I am never gonna mean as much. I'm never gonna mean as much to Cook as his brother Reno, his sister Amanda, and obviously Winnie. All he could say to me on that hill was my blood, Dazza, my blood, my blood, my blood, as if I wasn't his blood, as if I hadn't done enough to be worth that much. And that's a mistake I made, thinking that I was worth that much because, like I said, if you're not Cook's blood, you're secondary, you're disposable. And I'd seen him do it to Winnie before. I'd seen him pull guns on his own people before and pistol whip them. He'd done it to Winnie plenty of times. And maybe he thought it was okay. Maybe he'd gotten used to it. Maybe he thought it'd be okay to pull a fucking gun on me. But I'm not Winnie. I will not tolerate that shit. Anyone that pulls a gun on me gets put down. No brother of mine pulls a gun on me. Ever.
Garrett's forever haunted by what happened to his ma and pa. Growing up thinking he was a single child, thinking he was the last of his bloodline left. I thought he understood that there are some things that transcend what runs in our veins. I'll spare you the rant. I'm more heartbroken than angry. But if that's how we're moving, then why did nobody touch Mills after Sam? Why did nobody touch Jack after Wade and Jed? Why did nobody touch me after Paxton? It's the way our way is dead, my friend.
Gone. It's fucking gone, Cheddar. It's gone. It's all gone. The values are gone. The convictions are gone. The people I thought that shared our convictions are, they don't share them. They just don't. It's gone, Cheddar. It's all fucking gone.
Yeah.
I I used to think maybe about a month ago that there were three true Westerners still in the crossing. That was Cook, that was me, and that was you. There ain't three.
So what's it gonna be now? You gonna rat on them? They're gonna rat on you?
I spoke to Reno, and he wanted, I guess, to see if it was okay, but I think it was less about seeing if I was okay and more about justifying why he shot me. And you know, Reno obviously is going to have his brother's back, even if what his brother did was fucked up to me. He said he believes that Cook cares about me the most out of everyone in the gang, and I said if that's the case, then why was I the one with a gun pointed at the back of my fucking head? Explain that. He said people pull guns on each other all the time. I said no brother of mine pulls a gun on me.
And they don't understand. They didn't go through the same things we did.
They
They
don't
didn't have the same
understand.
figures we did.
I can't make them understand, Cheddar. I can't, no matter how much I try. They haven't seen this crossing through my eyes, through your eyes. They don't understand a fucking thing, these people. But I let my gun do the talking that day, and I have no intention of going after them. Winnie, Winnie might try and kill me, I don't know. You know how she gets.
Yeah, she's fucking batshit insane.
There is something I'm leaving out, Cheddar.
How was that?
I've been feeling sick most of the day, most of since yesterday, because I think I learned something I think I'd rather would have not learned. I wish I didn't know. Something else happened that day, I think. And I know once I say this, I'm opening up Pandora's box, because once you say something like this, there's no going back, but I think I have enough to back it up. You see, very recently, I found out that Amanda's gun was in the possession of law because someone from the Wicker gang robbed Amanda months ago, and one of them got arrested, and it was handed into law. A fella named Chick gave me this information, and went and made a deal with the lawman to get Amanda's gun back, the Queen of Thieves, because we found out Chet and his Wicker gang were around and trying to get this gun back from the law as well. But in my eyes, it didn't belong to them. It belonged to someone who actually cared for Amanda. It belonged in the hands of the barbarians. So I went and made a deal with the law. I turned myself in. Someone else turned themselves in. We handed in some contraband, and I got Amanda's gun back. A day before this, I ran into Bolton on horseback. Bolton said, "Oh, I see you're up and around, Dazza." And the way she was talking to me, she made it clear that she knew something, but then she said something to me that I found interesting. She said, yeah, you might want to talk to all your friends at some point. And I raised my eyebrow and I thought, how the fuck does she know that? So I ran into an armadillo again. I know, Cheddar, just stay with me here and just brace yourself. Um, I go and I start asking Bolton some questions about what happened that day. She tells me that someone told the law were up on that hill all shot down. And I said, well, who told the law that? And she said, ask Boston. He was there. A couple of others were there. Uh, but she made it clear that she knew something, and I thought, how does she know that someone shot someone? Because she told me that she knew someone shot someone. But how do you come to that conclusion? By seeing me in a medical office. Now they did see Winnie try and take me out of the medical office and put me on a horse. But back to when I've handed myself in and got Amanda's gun back. I see Forrester there and I ask him if he was there that day. He said he was. I pull him aside for a chat. He I asked him if he was there. He said he was. I said who told you all up on the hill? He told me something or other. That's fucking something irrelevant. And then he blurts out something about me shooting Cook, that he knows that I shot Cook. And I look to him and I say, how do you know this? And Foster looks at me and he says, Winnie told me in Boston directly. Winnie said he shot him. He meaning as you shot him. And I said, are those the words that came out of my mouth directly to you? Are those the words that came out of her mouth directly to you? He says, yes. More to Boston, but I was right next to Boston. She said that you shot him.
Oh, brother. Oh, brother. You're kidding me, man.
Verbatim, Foster tells me she said it directly to us. He shot him. Are the words he heard come out of her mouth in front of him in Boston.
And you got charged for that?
No, I didn't get charged. As far as I'm aware, there's no charges. But they knew details, they knew fucking specifics, and from the way Bolton was talking, they knew something, they knew specifics. Foster knew specifics. How could he know that someone shot someone when all they did was see me come into the medical office? They did see Winnie try and fucking take me and put me on the horse. Said she was going to kill me. She was freaking out, screaming. Alice had to stop her. The law saw her trying to fucking snatch me up. But it came out of his mouth, Jeddah. It came out of Foster's mouth. She told us directly.
Them knowing is one thing, but if anybody serves jail time on account of her testimony, that's it. There's no question. There's no doubt. There's nothing. That's it.
Yeah,
She's done.
that's the thing.
They
Even if
they they can know all they fucking want, but if anybody serves time on account of what she said, that's it.
That's the thing, though. To me, it doesn't even matter if anyone serves time. If it is true that she said to Foster and Boston, he shot him directly to them. You know what that is, right? Charges or not. I feel sick.
So she said, "Who shot who?"
Foster told me that she said to Boston and him, he shot him.
He being you, because you was fucked up in town.
Yeah, I was right in the medical office. I was in the medical office, probably behind her somewhere. In the medical office, they'd just come in.
Aye,
Me,
aye,
Cook,
aye, brother.
Dahlia probably in there too. We were all in there, and Winnie was outside trying to take me out and kill me while I was half dead. And Boston and
Aye.
Foster were there. Boston and Foster were there. And Foster told me that Winnie told Boston directly, while Foster was next to Boston, he shot him. I can't keep this to myself. I can't rightfully keep this to myself. That's why I'm telling you, because you're the only one that I think has the same values as me in this fucking godforsaken place anymore. So I needed to tell someone for the sake of just telling someone, so I'm not bottling this up to myself, Cheddar. It's the only reason why I'm telling you. I just need to fucking I need to say it to
Brother.
someone. I need to say it to someone because I don't I'm sick right now. I feel fucking sick.
I don't even know what to feel. I want to yell and then I want to curl up into a ball and I want to feel sorry for myself. And then I want to jump into Lake Don Julio and cleanse myself. Oh,
I don't know,
brother.
Cheddar. I don't know what to do. I don't know.
I
Think about this and fucking search yourself. Like, what? How do you feel? Do you think this is true?
the only way is to ask her to find out. I guess I'll have to fucking find out and if I fucking see her and then if it's fucking true I'm gonna have to fucking ice her. That's it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. There's nobody gets no fucking special treatment. Period.
So how did they know, Cheddar? How did they know? How did they know someone shot someone? How did they have that information without even me telling them or being that they weren't there when it happened? Cheddar, no, there was no lawman in sight when all that shit happened, and somehow they fucking knew that I shot him.
She didn't say any names. She just said he shot him.
Yes, Boston and Boston,
Okay.
Boston and Foster asked what happened to Winnie, I think, from what I can recall, and she replied by saying he shot him.
I mean, he's not as bad as he could be, but why even telling people somebody in the office got shot anyway? Oh, brother.
And this is right after this was right after I had come into the fucking office. Cook was in their shot. I was in their shot. Dahlia was in their shot. And she took me out of the fucking office in front of the law and said she was going to kill me and made it even more obvious to them what happened.
Oh,
She
brother.
had. Shut up, brother. I'm telling you, man.
I.
This happened all in front of the law. She took me out of the medical office in front of the law, had me over her shoulder, put me on the back of the horse and said, I'm going to kill him. Which made it, which fucking helps them paint the picture that it was me, and then says he shot him. I mean, is there any more evidence I need?
Oh, you're killing me, brother. You're killing me here, brother. You're killing me here, man. Oh,
I'm
what
sick,
is she
Cheddar. I feel fucking
doing?
sick. I feel fucking sick.
Oh, what was she
This
doing,
is the rule
man?
number one. Never rat. Rule number one. Rule number one of the Western tradition of the crossing is you don't rat on your own.
Brother, she done picked you up out of the office. She done put you over her shoulder. She done told him I'm gonna kill you, and then fucking put you on the horse and rode off, brother. Oh my
Alice had to
goodness.
stop her. They shot the horse. They shot the law. The law shot Winnie's horse while I was half dead on the back of it to stop her from taking me out
But I
because
don't
she
know how
was.
you lived through that. I would have died on the spot. I would have been dead on the
I
back of that horse.
I wish I would. Cheddar, honestly, I
I
wish
would
I
have died
died.
from the
I
secondhand embarrassment, brother.
wish I died so I didn't have to look
I,
at them.
I.
But what? Okay, this could be some kind of ploy from Foster to say things for the sake of saying it, but all of it's stacking up because the way Bolton was talking from me the day before, and then fuck, I forgot to even tell you. Uh, After Foster had told me Bolton was there, took me on the way to Sisika. Foster was there uh, with Bolton in Sisika with me, and then I see them in the distance, and I see Bolton's face drop when Foster pulls her aside. I see her face drop, and then she starts talking to me and says, "You know, I told you the other day that I don't think any of your people would talk to law. I was wrong." She told me, Bolton told me that she was wrong and that she's just as surprised as I am in Sisika.
That's it. That's irrefutable evidence, brother.
Oh, I'm fucking,
Boltone,
I'm
brother.
sick to my,
Boltone.
I'm sick to my fucking
They
stomach.
Winnie always been real buddy with Boltone, brother.
She was
Oh,
talking
brother.
about, she was talking about, I know for a fact she was talking to Bolton outside of that medical office after I was shot because Bolton told me she was trying to calm her down. Bolton the lawman was trying to calm down Winnie the outlaw outside of the medical office. And that's why I got suspicious and I started asking more questions and digging deeper and that's what led me to Foster and this whole thing with Boston and Foster and then Foster just drops that on me.
Brother, I haven't been this dumbfounded, stunned, flabbergasted, caught off guard since 1902, brother.
I'm fucking
I
I'm
am
sick.
I'm at a serious loss for words.
I can't keep this to myself. I can't bottle this inside. I needed just to tell someone. That's what I just needed to fucking say it to the world, to the earth here.
Now that you told me, I have to go back home and I have to tell Mills and I have to tell Jack and I have to tell everybody. Everybody's gonna be fucking
Oh
heartbroken.
fuck! I don't even
And then
dear
and then
what.
if they come to the property, we're gonna have to fucking skin them alive, brother.
Ay ay
The
ay.
children, they're gonna have to see it. They're gonna have no
Oh
heroes,
god.
only the villain, brother.
Fuck.
That's what you've done.
Listen.
Aye.
This is what she's done. All right. If this is true, this is what she's done. It's all her. I take no fucking responsibility. I stood on my business that
Oh,
day. I
brother.
was half dead. I found out all this shit. Trust me, I was just as fucking dumbfounded as you. But I'm telling you, Foster said to me, I don't know why Foster would lie to me. And even Bolton and looked shocked when Foster pulled her aside and told her to, and then came to me and said, I was wrong, Dazza, and I was wrong about people. I told you the other day, I don't think any of your people would talk to law. I was wrong, is what Bolton said to
See,
me.
I don't know this Foster motherfucker, so his word would be in question. But if Boltone is saying I'm sorry, if Boltone is
She's
saying
told me.
she is
She told
wrong,
me. She
brother.
told me, Dazza, I'm sorry. She apologized to me
Oh,
on
brother.
behalf of
She
fucking
said she
Winnie.
was sorry
She
and
said she
she
was.
apologized, brother.
Uh,
Oh. I'm burning every single telegram from her.
Listen, there's two sides.
Oh.
There's two sides to every story, but I don't even know if I can fucking look at her. I don't know. I just feel sick. I just want to pretend this all never happened. That's what
Man,
I'd rather.
fuck this. There's just two side story bullshit, brother. The proof is right. Fuck, you don't need nothing else. All you need is her last
It,
fucking words, brother. That's all the fuck you
but
need right now. That's all the fuck I need right now.
that's the thing, right? There's that part of my fucked up head, that small fraction of my brain that wants to believe it isn't true, that wants to believe this is a mistake, that wants to believe this, that wants to believe that, but it's all fucking hitting me. It's all hitting me.
Listen, we can as much as we love these people, nobody gets a pass. Period. That's how it's
Nobody
always
gets a
been.
pass. Nobody gets a fucking pass. You don't rat to the law. You don't talk to law. You don't make things obvious to law about things that have happened. You don't talk to law. This is what we fucking both learned from a very young age, from the very start. This is the foundation of everything we've ever been taught. Cheddar, you don't talk to law. That's rule number one of being a fucking outlaw in the West. You don't rat on your own. On your own people.
If they said he shot him, clearly you were part of that. Clearly you're a suspect for something.
Clearly
And
they've
so if
seen me
they
in the medical office 30 seconds earlier. Clearly they've seen her try to take me out of the medical office and screaming she's going to kill me 30 seconds earlier. And then her telling Foster
brother.
he shot him. And he said it in front of Boston and Foster. Foster told me she said it in front of me and Boston directly.
That's it. They know you shot somebody, but they don't know who. That's why they ain't charge you. That's it. That's it.
Not to mention Winnie fucking screaming, I'm gonna kill him, and putting me on the back of a horse and them having to shoot the horse. So it fucking, she made it obvious. She made it fucking obvious that it was me. I don't give a fuck. When shit like that happens, you keep your mouth zip tight. Even if it's someone I hate, even if it's someone I despise and want to kill, I'm not fucking spilling information of the law.
That's right, brother. We don't get testimony to nobody, not even on our worst fucking enemy, brother.
Never on my
Jack
enemies.
Kettleman,
Never on my
1900, brother.
never on my
Jack
enemies.
Kettleman, circa 1900, brother. The Bible, brother. Aye.
No. Fucking hell.
I gave them motherfuckers the principal too. They had the print. Garrett has the fucking principal, brother. I gave that to him. I got like 50 bodies on that gun, brother, and I gave him the fucking principal, man.
Brother, I don't even know if
Fuck.
Cook is gonna fucking believe me. I think he's more likely to say that I'm lying, or that
Nah, he ain't gonna believe you. He'll listen to me though. Surely he'll listen to me.
I don't know.
Otherwise, I'm gonna fucking have to ice them boats. So be it.
Regardless, I've wiped my hands clean of the barbarians, because even if all this snitching shit didn't happen, Cook still pointed a gun to the back of my head, broke the brotherhood, broke my trust in him, and I've wiped my hands clean of him. I ain't no barbarian. That's that. There's no coming back from it.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't fucking know, Cheddar.
Ay, 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 brother.
And I've never not once fucking lied to a friend. I have no reason to fucking bullshit make up stories. This is what I heard. These are the words that came from his lips that reached my ears. But Cook gives Winnie a free pass for fucking everything. I just hope he knows the right thing to do. If it is true. If he really is a Western outlaw, he knows what to do, right?
I don't know anymore, but I thought I knew these people. I thought I taught these people as best I could, but then I realized the only person I taught good was Sam, and he's fucking dead. He was the only one who fucking understood, and he's the one who's dead, not them.
Everything I learned
Go
from
figure.
Alice, and I learned from Zip. Alice and Zip, they fucking told me the foundations of everything. Never on your own, and never on your enemy. But your own people, fuck. Bolton apologized to me, Cheddar. It has to be true. Bolton fucking apologized to me. She said I was wrong. I told you the other day I don't think any of the barbarians would talk to law. I was wrong. It looks like I was wrong. She told me. And that fucking... I forgot to say, Foster fucking asked me on the wagon ride, am I going to kill her? He's asking me, am I going to kill her?
Oh, brother.
And Bolton is asking me, am I going to kill her too? Both of them asked me.
Brother.
I just want to fucking shrivel up into a cactus. I didn't know. Shadow, you're the only one I can tell this. You're the only one I can tell. I know what happens once I'm not spreading this for the sake of spreading it, but I'm telling it to someone I know and trust, and that is you. And I'm not out to fucking. I don't. Once someone has the fucking label of a snitch, there's no coming back, and it's a big accusation to make. It's a big one to make. But I'm just telling you the truth of what I heard. Okay? I
Listen,
can't
brother,
keep this to
blood
myself.
washes out dishonor. Blood washes out dishonor. If she owns up to it, she takes it on the chin. Blood washes out dishonor. She'll pay for it. But, oh, I feel gross, man. I feel
I
just
don't
as
know.
gross when I was fucking seeing that lady Macy from the Frey gang. I feel just as gross as when I was seeing her. Oh,
Motherfucker, how do you think I feel? That the people I loved and rode with turned on me, pointed a gun at the back of my head, and then snitched on me to fucking law.
I'm not even mad, brother. I'm just sad and disgusted.
I've got a deep guttural fucking deep feeling in my gut that's just I feel sick. I've been feeling sick all day, and I have not told anyone this but you. You're the only one that knows.
I
You're the
just
only
feel
one.
sad for these people that they gotta live like this, man. Ay, ay, ay.
I, I couldn't live with it. If I had done something like this, I just want someone to fucking put a bullet in my head. The shame would be too much. It's just too much shame.
Oh, I just already know what Mills is gonna say, man. He's gonna say delete her from my Telegram book. Oh,
You think there could be is what if what if it's a lie? What if it's a ploy?
brother, it ain't it's Bold Tone, man. Bold Tone don't she don't do that shit, man.
Oh,
She don't do that
oh
psychological
God!
warfare driving wedges bullshit, man.
I'm gonna
Bold
fucking
Tone.
vomit. I'm gonna fucking vomit. I can't. You're the only one that knows. I haven't told anyone else. I don't. I, maybe I'll meet with a barbarian or two and tell them, but right now until I don't know if I want to scream it to the fucking hills, but I had to tell someone. I can't keep it to myself because if I keep it to myself, that's harboring a fucking snitch. That's covering for a snitch, and I'll never fucking do that ever. I'll tell it how it is, and that's what I fucking heard. That's the truth of what I heard that came out of that lawman's mouth. He's asking me if I'm gonna kill her. Bolton's asking me if I'm gonna kill her. Bolton's fucking apologizing to me. He's saying he
Oh,
shot him. He's saying that when he said to him in Boston, he shot him. Right after she fucking took me on a horse in front of them and said I'm gonna scream that she was gonna kill me. They were saying they knew that she wanted to kill me. They knew. She made it obvious. She fucking talked to them.
this shit, brother. I can't. Let's get the fuck out of here, brother.
Yeah.
I can't stay here any longer. I'm about to kill the next person that rides by us.
Well, I told
The next
Oscar to,
fucking Muppet I see, I'm gonna shoot them point blank.
I told Oscar told me if you want blood not to get involved, not like I was planning to get involved anyway, but he wants to talk to you, and I don't plan on getting involved in that conversation, but he wants to have a chat with you. I don't think it's going to turn violent
Amazing.
though.
You sealed his death.
Great.
I'm about to kill him because of everything you just told me. Oh, brother. Oh. Weenie Hut Jr., man. Fuck.
I've been feeling crazy. I've just been feeling crazy. Like I'm the only one that believes that this shit is wrong because other people are trying to justify for Cook about pulling a gun on me, and then I don't know them I don't know their values. It's just not the same as mine. I've realised I've woken up. So I've been in a dream and I've woken up to reality. These people, most of these people's values in this gang I've been riding with aren't the same as mine, and I don't think have been for a while. I don't even know. I just want them to stay away. I just don't want to look at them. I haven't telegrammed them. I don't even know if Cook's awake. Last I was told he was still half dead in a fucking coma.
And she wears Sam's hat too, man. Fuck. She's walking around with Sam's hat on. Oh, brother. Oh. Wes is dead, man. The Wes fell off.
It's
all about Canada now.
It's all fucked. I wish I moved to Canada